guys, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, all of the things. So today, it's gonna be a little bit of a list video, and that is a list of the requirements that I know of that we have for having face-to-face in-person classes. So, first, you walk through the gate. When you walk through the gate at school, when you're walking, you're wearing a mask. Okay? You walk through the gate, you either have filled out this checklist online, or you fill it out in person on a piece of paper. And then you have a QR code looking thing like this. Okay? You have this, and they scan this. And then that's how you get in. And then if you filled out the form online, they take your temperature, and they record that. And then you go, and you're supposed to grab hand sanitizer. Then you grab hand sanitizer. You're supposed to go and wash your hands with water and soap. And so, depending on if there's a line or whatever, that can take a minute. Then you walk in. And there's certain ways you're supposed to go. So there are arrows on the ground. They're blue. The arrows are white, and then they're like in these blue circles. And so you're following these arrows. And it's supposed to prevent two-way traffic where there isn't room for it without contact. And I will admit, it is hard at times to remember which way to go when you've been going whatever way you've wanted to up until this point. And so we have that. And then you go into the classroom, and before each group of kids comes in, you're supposed to spray down the desks with like hand sand cleaner stuff. And then if the students turn in papers, you're supposed to like spray down or spray the paper to kill all the germs and things. And then all the desks are only supposed to be facing one direction. And the way that we've had that described to us is that if anybody sneezes, then the particles and stuff go on your back instead of into your face. You have to wear a mask at all times on campus, unless you're in a room completely by yourself. You can't have the air conditioning running because you have to have the doors and the windows open at all times for airflow, but you can have a fan. So I'm thankful that classes only go 4.5 hours because it gets hot. And there's another thing. Classes are only allowed to go 4.5 hours for the in-person on-campus stuff. And it's not just that. Students are only allowed to be on campus 4.5 hours total. So if there's sports or whatever that day, it has to be moved to another day to fit in that 4.5 hour requirement. Now, kindergarten, which affects our son, he is only allowed to be on campus 3 hours a day for each in-person school day. And so his requirements are a little different. The kids are not allowed to eat lunch on campus. They can bring a snack for like the recess time or whatever. But with the recess time, they're not allowed to be on the playground. And so it's a lot, but in the same breath, like, we're thankful to be back to school. We've been told by those that have done it before, because the younger kids were approved for face-to-face teaching back at the end of 2021. So they got to do it for a little bit before that closed down. And they said, just wearing the masks all day without air conditioning, just it makes you tired a lot quicker and sooner. And so it's a lot to remember, but it's one of those things of like when you're having a child, or you're buying a house or doing anything that's stressful. It's stressful in the moment, but you know that there's these great things in the end that you're looking forward to. And I would equate going back to in-person teaching and having to do all these things at similar to that. Like, yes, we have to do all these things, but we get to teach our students face to face. When you're teaching online, it's hard to know whether the students are getting help from their parents, or it's the level of too much help. Like, are the parents doing the work or are the kids doing the work? It's hard to know like what the kids truly know. And a lot of kids, they're not going to speak up and say, hey, I need help when it's on Zoom. When you're in person, it's a little easier to see if a student's having a bad day, and just immediately respond to them, give them immediate feedback on assignments, and just be there for them. And I've said this multiple times, but I truly believe that there's a reason and a purpose that for criminals that we choose to put them in complete isolation. It's punishment. And a lot of these students have had very isolated situations and lives. And so we want to get back to face so that they don't feel left out, they don't feel isolated, they know and understand you are loved, you are important, you are valued. And I believe that's above anything and everything that they might learn academically. So thanks for watching this video. I know it's kind of been long. There's a lot of different things that we have to experience and go through for face-to-face, but I wanted to make it because I knew some of you might be curious. So we'll talk to you later. Bye. God bless. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.